I saw this video of Kenneth Okonkwo, Barrister Kenneth Okonkwo, trending, where there has been argument on whether Peter Obi is the one that gave political relevance to Kenneth Okonkwo, or whether Kenneth Okonkwo was the one that gave political relevance to Peter Obi. This debate has been going on. I think that very debate started from Obaze, when he said that it was Peter Obi that brought Kenneth Okonkwo to limelight and gave him political relevance. And since then, it has been a very serious argument, heated argument on the internet space. And Kenneth Okonkwo has granted interviews saying that for Obaze to say that to him, that is an insult and assault of his personality as a celebrity. That in fact, that by the virtue of being a celebrity, that he brought, popularity to the person of Peter Obi. Well, I want to be very careful with this very discussion, because I can tell you, APC has continued to throw a lot of confusion in the camps of Peter Obi in order to divide the house. So I will be very careful with that. But first of all, make una listen to Kenneth Okonkwo.
Now, look at one Obaze that I used to respect. Look at what he wrote. Hey, Kenneth, I wish him well. Peter Obi, he got his popularity in movie. He got political relevance from Peter Obi. Baldadash, let him go and practice his mischievous diplomacy to men of greater gullibility. Let me tell you about that statement. He said, I got political relevance from Peter Obi. That's an insult and an assault to the power of celebrity. Let me take you to United States. When Joe Biden was looking out fundraising, it was when a George Clooney and Julia Roberts took him. He got his highest amount. When he went to the disastrous debate, the democratically elected Congress members of the Democratic Party in America, they started coming one by one, trying to urge Biden to step down. He didn't give in. But when a George Clooney made a statement, you have to step down, Joe Biden stepped down. He couldn't bear the heat. Movie stars, celebrities give relevance to politicians, not the other way around. When I resigned from APC, the whole world carried it. When I started talking about Peter Obi, I have never met him. And this is not to diminish the mutual symbiotic value that we added to each other, that actually elevated each other. But for you to say he gave me political relevance, that's an insult. Are you giving me a movie star that acted the first movie that started Nollywood? Oh, they are still denigrating the power of stardom? No, sorry. When you invited me to your studio, it was not because I had anything to do. It was because I was a spokesperson and I had something inside of me to deliver. We have finished the campaign. You are still inviting me. Has it to do with anything that I'm speaking for anybody? And somebody is saying somebody gave me political relevance. I don't blame him. And he's saying seeking for greener pastures. I was sponsoring a ruling party. I donated and invested to a campaign in PDP, in APC. I have never asked for anything. Isn't it an insult for you to say that area father, because he's supporting a Peter Obi, and then it is Peter Obi that is giving him political relevance? Is that not an insult to the celebrity power of area father? It's not like saying Aisha Yusuf that because he's supporting Obi, that it is Peter Obi that is giving her political relevance. Obaze, I thought he was more intelligent than that.
Well, one thing that needs to be established in this section is that Kenneth Okonkwo resigned from APC in 2022 because of the Muslim ticket of Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu and VP Kashim Shettima. He never supported that very ticket, hence he resigned from APC. And after his resignation, he started talking about Peter Obi, like he said, ever before he joined Labour Party. But for a fact, while Kenneth Okonkwo was in APC, even though he was doing his best, personally, I've never had any, special influence from Kenneth Okonkwo while he was in APC. And I can say categorically without, sentiment that I started noticing Kenneth Okonkwo the moment he resigned from APC and started talking about Peter Obi. And he became more popular, more vocal, and more known in Nigeria the moment he joined Labour Party in union with the Obedient Movement, on a mission to salvaging this country, Nigeria, and enthroning a new Nigeria under Peter Obi. So you can tell that the difference is very clear. While I also do not want to undermine the fact that Kenneth Okonkwo is a celebrity, like he said, one of the founding fathers or the pioneers of the Nollywood of today that you see, he is a great actor. He's a very good actor. In fact, I can say that Kenneth Okonkwo has been good in what he was doing as an actor ever before he decided to further his academics into becoming a lawyer. So, but the fact remains that there were little, of Kenneth Okonkwo that is, nationally known as at the time he was in APC. But the advent of his popularity, started the moment he started talking about Peter Obi and consequently joined the Labour Party. What does that tell you? It tells you, in extension, one of the reasons so many persons became very popular in this country, Nigeria, equally. The moment they started talking about Peter Obi, there were a lot of content creators I never knew that existed in this country until they started talking about Peter Obi on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and all of that. Telling you that the platform of Peter Obi was of grace. And that very platform actually added a lot of flesh, to a lot of people in making them who they eventually evolved to become. That does not mean, or that is not to say that Kenneth Okonkwo is not good in what he does. This is what I often preach about opportunities, or time and chance in life. Kenneth Okonkwo is highly educated. He's one politician that I respect so much from my heart. But over the years, he may not have had the best platform to showcase his craft, to showcase his intellect, to showcase his intelligence. Not until he joined the Obedient Movement and everybody saw that this young man is full of fire. I love the word he used, the symbiotic, mutual relationship, of which both himself and Peter Obi added value to each other, respectively. I will not disagree with that. He added value to Peter Obi. Peter Obi equally added value to him. But there is no gainsaying that the platform of Peter Obi is not a platform of grace. Eventually, it is, and it was, and it will continue to be. It helped a lot of people navigate through the Nigerian politics of today. So many people who became senators today may not have been opportune to become senators. So many politicians whose voice are being heard today may not have been opportune, to have their voice being heard across, the 36 states of Nigeria. A typical example is Julius Abure. I never knew who Julius Abure was. I never knew who Lamidi Apapa was. I never knew who Arabambi was until Peter Obi joined the Labour Party. That was when we started hearing about these people who eventually started causing confusion in the party. So, my dear senior brother, Kenneth Okonkwo, you are well loved, you are well respected. You know what I mean? Do not allow some of this confusion that is coming from opposition party APC to derail you. Peter Obi remains a boss to you. Peter Obi remains, a figure in Nigeria many people are looking up to. And whether we like it or not, Peter Obi is a man whose life has been blessed by God. That whatever and wherever he finds himself, people would always want to be associated with him. And this is what is triggering a lot of envy from the camp of the opposition. A typical example is our dear governor of Anambra State, Professor Charles Soludo. He wishes that the recognition Peter Obi has today becomes his. But unfortunately, every man is destined by God differently. Destinies are different. You cannot abandon your own destiny and clinch on another man's destiny. We are made different, you know what I mean, but ultimately created by the same God. So Kenneth Okonkwo, continue to do what you're doing, and I can tell you, if you still want to join Peter Obi in the fight for 2027, which I know you're already taking a position that you want another candidate, that it is only another candidate that will remove President Bola Ahmed Tinubu from office. Although I disagreed with you on that very submission, telling you that you equally forgot to recognize the importance of time and season in the Nigeria of today or in our daily lives. So at this point, I sincerely hope that this very, social media drama between Kenneth Okonkwo, Peter Obi, especially between Kenneth Okonkwo and Obaze, is laid to rest, so that we will focus on the mission of putting up a new Nigeria under Peter Obi. At this point, I will allow you guys to be the judge. Don't forget to let me know what you think in the comment section and share this video. Man, another person see am. God bless you.